Welcome to the show. How are you, Mel?
I'm very good. Thank you.
You
for
are
having
very
me.
good.
Aw.
And by the way, clearly, we're in the heart of your demographic, us three guys, aren't we?
Yes, you
Typical.
are. You
I mean,
better be.
When you look out in your shows, you see a sea of guys like us.
I'll be holding a
Stop.
collection set of all 5 Spice Girl dolls.
There you
I
go.
own
Yeah.
original unopened.
Booyah.
I swear.
I love
All
it.
right. Congratulations on a couple of things. First, a great career. And you know what? Guys like us, even though, like Spice Girls, but we would like, tell you what I want, what it really was. I mean, the songs you did were so infectious.
Good, though. I always describe them as semi-borderline annoying, but really catchy.
You
was global
actually
harmony.
cop to that? No kidding.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you ever get sick of like?
No, and
No.
I still don't, because
You
we
still-
wrote all our music and all our songs. So
Now
we
tell me
absolutely
about
loved
that.
it.
You guys were a process. You got together. Many were auditioned, right?
Yeah, well, we actually got ourselves together because we all knew each other on the audition circuit anyway.
Okay.
And then we kind of auditioned managers. We
Was it
actually
magic
auditioned-
that you that the right group of 5 girls got in this group, and was it a magical thing?
I think because we knew each other, we just knew it was going to work. We knew that our personalities and that the blend of our personalities was going to work.
How did the writing process go? Like,
Oh, that was so much fun in the studio. You
like
just
tell me
get in
what
the
I really
studio.
want about that song. What I really want to know about that song is like, how did that come to? Did it take a long time? Did it
No,
happen?
I think that was written in like a few hours. We literally hang out in the studio, play music that we like.
Do you play
and then
instruments
come
while
up-
you're doing it, or sing?
No, it's mainly singing.
Okay.
And we have our producer with a piano.
Ah.
And then we just figure out what kind of topic we want to talk about and what we're all passionate about. And then we just get writing verses. And
How
choruses
quickly after
and
you write
melodies.
that song do you go into the studio?
Immediately.
Immediately, while it's fresh.
It's like with my song. I finished a taping of America's Got Talent at 11 p.m. I was in the studio at 12. I'd written and recorded my song by 4 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't, and working from midnight to 4, that's like morning. That's breakfast time.
It is, but I think because I've got 4 kids, I'm kind of used to not having any sleep. So
What's the caffeine drink of your choice? Do you like coffee or?
I don't mind coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but when I need it, of course, that is my go-to.
But you're not pounding energy drinks to keep that crazy schedule.
No.
Here's the thing about the Spice Girls. Jody was pointing this out to me about all of you gals, and you especially, but all of them. You all stayed healthy. None of you got into trouble.
Not that we know of, because I think these days you can't do anything.
You would be- it would-
People take
yeah.
picture of you on their iPhone. They record.
Look, there's
you
a
secretly.
TMZ helicopter out there right now,
Exactly.
and it's in the fog. But I mean, you are all like, is it because you're all very career oriented and like really together individuals?
What I think is between all 5 of us, we all came from nothing. So we really wanted to be successful, and we all had the same goal in mind. We had a message of girl power to spread, and we just wanted to be, successful within our own rights and respected, and not just in UK but around the world. That's why we went to America and Japan and Asia. We kind of spread the love everywhere.
America's Got Talent has
Yes.
made some big stars.
Yes, it has.
For you to be on that show as a judge, does it feel like you're giving back in a way, helping other people become stars?
Well, it definitely feels like you're helping. And I feel like the experience that I've had from doing Broadway to having my own show in Vegas to being part of Spice Girls, I've got a lot of experience that I can actually offer to people. And, that show's just a fun show. You get the crazies, you get the talented people. I get to hang out with Howard Stern, Howie Mandel, Heidi Klum, all of which are lovely people. And yeah, it's been a fun year, interesting year.
Interesting.
I thought it was very appropriate that you guys were featured at the Olympic ceremonies.
Oh yeah, last
It was
year.
you guys did a wonderful job, and it was what a
thank
collection.
you.
I mean, we're all American pride and blah blah blah, but to me, music in Britain is all the best music comes from Britain.
Oh, I like that.
I'm
I'm obviously biased, and I have to agree
well, of
with
course.
you.
But what was your favorite part of doing that? Was it hard? Was it a difficult process getting everybody back together to come together naturally? Or?
No, I mean, don't forget the Olympics is a charity-based project, so it's not like you get paid to do this. And it was just something that we felt as a group that we just had to do. So we just cleared our schedules. We all met in London. We rehearsed for 3 weeks together. We had a mini crash on the side of the car parking lot because we were on taxis.
Right.
So we had to kind of find a a clear car parking lot way out of London that nobody could see or know about. And we just had fun for 3 weeks. And then the night of the Olympics, George Michael had a big house party and we went there and we stayed up till about 6 a.m. Naughty girls. And I actually didn't take my catsuit off until I went home
Once
to
it's
bed.
on, it's got to stay on.
Exactly.
You girls are ambassadors to British music, and you're like royalty. You're like princesses, like British princesses in a sense. And I know you do know a little bit about the actual royal family, and I'm sure you've probably played for some of these people. Are you bummed you're not at Prince George's christening right now? Do you keep track of the royals?
I've heard about that. And we actually used to hang out with the royals about 10, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're really nice people. But it's funny because I find in America, you lot are so obsessed with the royals. Even
We do,
sometimes
yeah.
more so than the Brits are.
Well, look what we have to look at. These politicians we have are just abysmal. Come on.
You don't want to look at them.
Really?
You don't want to be like their families. We wouldn't go
Yeah.
horse riding with them. We wouldn't go
No.
especially hunting with them because they shoot
They
each
shoot each other. They do.
Oh, jeez.
Mel B. Hey, Mel, to be a big pop star these days, I think it's actually, we discuss this from time to time. I think it's kind of a golden age of pop music. The pop music today, the production, some people will poo-poo it because it's big and monstrous and the great production values and songs. You know, you get your Katy Perry's, you get your Miley Cyrus's.
Yeah.
To be popular today, you have to hit it big. You have to hit hard with social networking. And you have to be talked about. Would you say what Miley Cyrus has been doing, because she's at the top of the game now,
She is.
would you admire that?
Well, she's actually a friend of mine.
Okay.
So I think she's a very smart young lady.
I do too,
Who knows
yeah.
exactly what she's doing. And everything's planned out and fully thought out. And yeah, I think kudos to her.
And when certain guys, I don't want to mention anybody in the room, go, well, that's terrible. You shouldn't be doing that. Do they realize they're helping promote her and make her even bigger, right?
But I think when you watch something like the VMAs is meant to be shocking. So if you don't want to see shocking, then don't turn it on.
Yeah,
Oh,
but they
you
also-
don't have to watch,
But I
Spike.
know I don't. But they also, and I understand your point of view. And she said recently that why would I take advice from a 70-year-old white guy? I mean, she's talking about the.
But
the
you're
executives-
only 50.
I wasn't talking about me. She was talking about why should she take advice from the record industry, and I really that's a brilliant thing to say and a smart point of view to have. But the VMAs are also aged 14 and over is how they rate that for the censors and whatnot. And I get that. If it's going to shock me, don't watch it. But it's a show for kids. It really is a show
Well,
for
I
kids.
mean, at 14 years old in this day and age, you know a lot
I know,
about
but
a lot.
and there's the worst part of it.
The average 14-year-old knows stuff I still haven't found on the internet.
I
yet.
have a
My wife has me
14-year-old.
blocked.
Yeah, I've got 2 daughters. She's got a daughter.
I have a
Right.
14-year-old
I
as
do.
well.
I know.
yeah.
But you see, my daughter's toured the world with me, and she's 14, so she's been kind of exposed to knowing certain things.
Right.
And I would rather her know and be prepared
Knowledge.
that certain
Yep.
things are right and wrong that she shouldn't be doing, but she can see it.
Does she think the Spice Girls were cool, or was she like, what were you doing?
Well, I think when we did our last tour in 2008, she was like, oh, God, Mummy's so embarrassing because we pulled all the kids up on stage when we sung Mama. But now she thinks it's kind of cool. And obviously my 2-year-old has no idea whatsoever.
And Mel, the single "For Once in My Life" is what brought you in here to our Kid Sister station.
Yes.
And let's send her out with a little bit of this again.
It's out on iTunes right now. Go and get it.
I don't get it. And by the way, you don't have to release a whole album at a time anymore, right?
No, I've just released this one song because I'm not backed by a major record label. I'm doing it all myself.
You put this out?
Yeah, I just literally pressed send on my computer and out it
And did
went.
you make
Your
it
record
like on?
with no promotion?
Did you make it on
whatsoever.
your iPhone? I mean,
No, I mean I went in the studio with
It was
my
a studio,
producer.
yeah.
Yes,
and
I
it was
did.
catered.
But it's all 4-hour deal. In
Wasn't
4 hours.
catered. It's only
in 4 hours, you
Wow.
made this after an AGT show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yes.
Amazing stuff. Mel B, big monstrous star, a good example for your children.
Here, always has been.
Mel, thanks for stopping by and saying hi to the
Thanks for
The,
having us.
Geritol
the
crowd
Cooters,
over here.
yeah.
All the best to you, Mel.
Nod. Thank you.
Once in my life.